What's up, guys? It's Far From Lima. You guys all know I love survival horror games. What you don't know is I love my Wii U. Thanks, Nick. It's been a long time since the two have teamed up to do, well, anything. Let's see what kind of love child they made. Was it a digital love child? Like a Tamagotchi? $50? That's expensive. That's expensive Tamagotchi. Does it eat real food? What? Does it poop? I think it poops. For $50, it should clean its own poop up.
Fatal Frame 5 Maiden of Blackwater is a new survival horror title exclusively for the Wii U. Since it isn't very hard to survive and it's not very scary, I think we'll call it Fatal Frame Take Pictures of Angry Ghosts with Boobs! Because, like, boo. The game rotates around 3 playable characters. Yuri, who works at an antique cafe, but on the side, her and her boss fight ghosts.
What we're looking for.
You gotta go. Ghostbusters. And Slime is there too. Ren, who is an author who rolls around with this girl, who for some reason keeps getting mistaken as a boy. And their curiosity always seems to get the best of them, and it will probably lead them to some horrible death. Last we have Mew. I don't know. Anyway, she's the daughter of the main character of the first game. Man, that family can't catch a break. You all take turns leaving the safety of your own homes to venture out to Mount Hikamaru. That's not how you say it. Which is a renowned suicide spot, which is a thing, I guess. When you get to the mountain, you find out that it's not just kids offing themselves. It's just some crazy ladies making them kill themselves, and that's only just as scary. It's actually a pretty interesting story and a lot more cinematic than the others in the series. When you're not watching cutscenes, you're exploring the mountain, which is done in chapters for some reason. It pretty much ruins all the tension from previous games, but it's nice when you take a day or two off and you know just where you left off. And if you're really stupid, there's a ghost figure you can follow, just in case you couldn't figure out which of the 2 paths to take. One of the biggest problems this game suffers from is the mountain isn't very big, and you keep revisiting the same places over and over and over again. I might be Ren, but it seems pretty damn similar to the time Yuri spent here. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. Just because you moved an item over there, and now it's there, and it's different, but it's the same. There's one chapter where you run from one side of a mansion to the other, finding keys, doing puzzles, running into ghosts that previously weren't in a room you were just in. It's freaking classic survival horror at its best. Then seconds later, you're running through the same linear path with 2 different characters back to back. How do you go from the perfect chapter to the worst chapter? Why would you let that happen? That, if anything, it should be the opposite way. Like, what? It's a shame that only 1 or 2 chapters of this game are fantastic with that great level design, and the rest are just retreads of levels that you were just there, and they weren't that great when you were just there. It's really confusing because Tecmo used to know how to use backtracking really well in all its previous Fatal Frame games. It seems like the person in charge of this passed away, tried to leave a note for their assistant, the assistant picked it up, read backtracking is good when, and then spilled some pudding on it, and just handed the note off to the higher-ups and was like, alright, I think we can work with this. Bam! Fatal Frame 5, Maiden of Backtracking. Ooh, I like that. They got a lot wrong with this game, but combat is not one of those things. It's definitely the best yet in the series. You can choose to use the gamepad as a camera, but that just hurt my face. So you can turn off almost all the motion controls besides turning the gamepad sideways to shoot a vertical picture. Why would you ever need that, you say? Reasons? Well, besides Fatal Frames, which if you're new, is just waiting for a perfect shot or when the ghost is just about to bite your face off and you snap a photo. But now, they also added shutter chance shots. Each time you do a plain old shot to a ghost, a part of it breaks off for a small amount of time. If you break off 4 pieces, or let's say 3 pieces and a second ghost, and you get a picture of that, you do a shutter shot, and it does massive damage. All you really need is 5 things in the picture, so if you want to shoot, let's say, 5 ghosts in one picture, you could do that, but I hope the ghost wouldn't be that stupid, since you got a magic camera and all. It adds a whole nother level of depth since there are so many types of film for you to collect as you explore. So you'll probably want to use a low damage film to break off a bunch of pieces, and then switch to a powerful one at the last second for a big shutter chance. It's pretty awesome.
Fatal Frame 5 was a really tough game for me to review personally. I loved it when I first started it, but near the end, I just wanted to return it to the digital store. This game could have really used someone coming in and just cutting all the fat out. No more reaching for items with ghosts coming out. 2 hours gone. Why do I have 3 characters? Take 2 of them out, you go to the mountain once. Bam, cut more hours. There is no reason for it to be 15 hours. There's so much good stuff in this game, it hurts me that I can't recommend it to survival horror fans. Because there are times where I'm like, man, it's a lot of fun. Using this camera is awesome. These characters, the story, this world. Oh, there's that crazy death ghost with a sword in the black water. There's so much good here. But by the end, I didn't want to play it anymore. And that's a shame, because about halfway through, I was planning to play it again and again, making it like a new Resident Evil remake for myself. Because it plays pretty well. I know the controls are a little stiff, but I got used to it. The camera works perfectly, and it's a pretty game to look at. It's a little too much water, especially since it's a mechanic just to get the girls in wet clothes. Japan, you're always up to no good. Honestly, though, guys, it's hard for me to know my feelings about this game. I know it's probably not worth $50, especially digitally. So if you have a lot of cash to burn, sure, give it a try. But I'd hold off, see if you ever get it on sale. And maybe if you just want to support Fatal Frame so we can maybe get a Fatal Frame 6. Because there is potential here. And hopefully with a couple critical eyes on their team, they could make a great game again. Because this game is just, mediocre. Oh man, did I just give that a score? I'm not supposed to do that. I don't like scores. Can I take that back? No. Mediocre. We'll go with that. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm glad you watched it all the way through. It really means a lot to me. So hit that like button, maybe subscribe. If you're super bored, why don't you check out that older video up there? I'm probably doing something stupid. I'm definitely doing something stupid up there. Okay. Thanks again, and hopefully I'm not doing something too stupid.